Good morning, lawn care community. What is going on? Hey, we are out here on our second yard of the day. It's about 9 o'clock. Got a little late start this morning. I basically didn't want to get out of bed. I'm just going to be honest with you because, yeah, I'm tired. And the heat is getting to me. But guys, we brought the 48 with us today. And, we're on our second one. We got about 16 to go, and I'm sure most of those we will skip. Things are burn up. You all know about it. What do you do when the lawns are burning up and you're in lawn care and you need to make money? Well, we'll talk about it. And there's some things you can do beforehand. There's some things you can do during the season. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop putting your name out there. That's one thing you got to remember. Don't stop doing that just because you had a bunch of work in the spring and then you were so busy you couldn't get any more done. Don't stop putting your name out there because this is the time you need it. Let's go to work and get some footage of the 48V ride. Let's go. Alright guys, we are almost done with this one. Hey, you know what? We were talking about, you know, how do you get and keep work when the grass is drying up? Okay, number one, you have got to try to diversify your business and be basically everything to the client. They need hedges trimmed, they need weeds pulled, they need the grass cut, they need their driveway shoveled off, they need mulch done, they need bed edging. You have got to try to diversify your business above and beyond just to being a guy that cuts grass. Can you dig out a stump? Can you take out a bush? Do you know how to plant plants? All things you can learn on YouTube and all things that can help keep you busy when it gets dry out. Now we have skipped 2 yards today. We'll probably skip another 2 or 3. We have weeds to take out, and that is a charge. Basically, you're making as much money, if not more, pulling weeds than you are cutting the yard. Hedge trimming is huge, so we do probably 4,000 to 5,000 hedges a year, and that is early spring, midsummer, late summer, and then fall. And with our cleanups, now cleanups are another animal by themselves. Hey, by the way, got the new Green Touch trim line cutter on. Love it. All you do is slip your line right down in there. That thing holds it pretty good, and the spool does not release, so I'm really liking that thing. And just got to tighten that up a little bit. There we go. Anyway, remember, you don't want to be just one thing. You don't want to be just the guy that cuts the grass. If that's what you are wanting to do, then you need to get out and And now look, this is going to differ, but my idea would be at least 80 yards a week, because 80 yards a week, if you had to skip half of them, you're still cutting 40, you're making a living. But there is big money in mulch, big money in hedge trimming. Now these folks, they do their own hedge trimming. This is the only customer I have that does it. In fact, this is the first year they allowed us to put the mulch down, which I think he did a good job on it. Yard is looking nice still, but these are going to be every other week cuts now until we get into September. So everything I do is going to be every other week. There'll be very few weeklies left. Get someone on a contract. That is something I was not able to do this last season. I asked everyone. I had 2 out of 65 that took it, and it just wasn't worth messing with. There's some things I'm going to mess with this winter. I'll talk about that once we get close to winter time. But you know, and if you want to get your license to spray, because there's good money in spraying. But for those guys that are just going out to cut grass and they say, well, I only do 2 or 3 mulch jobs a year, man, you are missing the boat, because that is where the money is at. You can make that money, put it away for times like this. Get yourself ahead on your bills. That's for another video, because it's really hard to try to help someone financially figure out how to do this, because everybody has it figured out already. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. They're running themselves ragged, and then by the middle of the summer they realize, you know what, I don't have any money left. You've got to save. Anyway, let's get on to the next one, and we'll get some footage, and then we'll call it a day, because right now it is 88 degrees out, and we're looking at 95 to 96 today, and who knows what the heat index is going to be. But let's get going to the next one, guys. that's it, guys, for the mowing for today. We've got 2 left. I'm not gonna bother recording them. You guys have seen both of them before. And it is super duper hot out here, about 91, 92. Anyway, tell you what, man, something I do to keep myself busy is I offer a weeding service weekly, where now it's only if we have done the mulch on your beds. So once the mulch is down, I charge a certain price per month added on to the mowing price, and it ends up being probably about an extra cut a month, maybe a little bit more. And we'll just come out, and every time I'm there, if there's 3 or 4 weeds, I pull them. If there's 10, I pull them. That way you're constantly staying on top of it, and it's extra money every month. I've got about 6, 7 customers that have me do that, and it adds up. I mean, it really does. Over the course of a year, it adds up to, it's like having an extra yard every month over the course of a year. So you figure it out, and that's something I do. Probably don't charge enough for it, but you know, that's the other thing I've noticed, and we'll talk about it in another video though, is pricing. And I really foobarred that up when I started, and I'm just now getting some people where they need to be, and I still have others where they're not supposed to be yet, and I need to get them there. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the mowing footage. Hope you enjoyed my take on what you can do. You know, power washing is also another one. When it's hot like this, you've got nothing to do, you can buy a power washer. You don't have to buy a brand new one, and you can get out and power wash sidewalks. If you don't want to do a house, don't do a house. Do sidewalks, do decks, do patios, do driveways, whatever. But it's extra money. So, hey guys, as always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real. And we'll end this with a few push-ups. Why not? I mean, what the heck? I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.